Alright, so the new balance patch is out for Kirby Air Riders 1.3.1. They buffed the Turbo Star. We're going to check it out. I'm using Magolor to start off with. I just think he's neat. But this is a Discord paddock. There are some extremely strong players here. So we've got Maroon, we've got Gootastic, we've got Scroob, Vince Vodka, F Nord, a whole bunch of very, very skilled players, so I'm not expecting to have any easy races whatsoever. We'll just do our best. We'll try out the Turbo Star. You can see everyone is. We're doing some rallies to start off with. I'm going to edit this down just a little bit, but we are not Turbo Star mains here. I'm a wheelie bike main, and I like to use Rick, but we're going to try this out here. The thing about the Turbo Star, as you probably know, is you need to initialize your turn first. Start turning and then start boosting, and then it will charge it pretty quickly. Otherwise it charges up extremely slowly, so if you don't have the timing down with your muscle memory, you're actually going to struggle just a little bit. So we are actually third place somehow, which is great because these players are really, really good. You know, we've gotten to the rainbow rank, but so have many of these players here, so we've got a true race on our hands. Ooh, and a bit of a mistake there. I should have gone to the left because the Turbo Star also benefits from a whole bunch of the boosts, so like the Star Trails and everything. So I cut ahead a bit. You can see, even though we're third place, we get the UFO, so that is crazy. One of the, I guess the first place guy is super far ahead, but we get the UFO. We don't even catch up. Yeah, there's a wide range of skill in this room, but now we're going to Dr. Green, and the Swerve Star was buffed too. It's slightly faster on the ground, so maybe I'll try that out next. But yeah, he's also using Magolor, so respect there. Gotta love it, love to see it. So he's doing pretty decently. You know, he's holding third. We skipped ahead a bit there, editing this down, and now it's up to Vince Vodka, so I hope he carries us. But yeah, these guys are extremely strong in this room. He's using the Transform Star. I don't think they buffed the Transform Star. I'll have to check. But yeah, with the Transform Star, depending on which mode you're in, you'll benefit from either flight or being on the ground. I think the glide one also sustains boosts longer, but we're going to go ahead and jump ahead again. Yeah, just to get to this part. And here we go. Hopefully you can win, but you know, third place would be fantastic. Fourth is understandable too. You know, very strong room, but it's actually fighting for second, so that's very impressive. But just as we'd expect, we've seen Vince Vodka around in races before, and he's always been very strong. All right, so now down to fourth, but you know what? Yeah, the pack is all right here, so very impressive. I'm pretty pleased with this relay. You know, we're having fun. We tested out the Turbo Star. It's feeling okay so far. The impression I'm getting, I don't think Turbo Star is going to be meta. I don't think so. I think it's a fun vehicle, but it is still somewhat challenging to use. It's not the hardest vehicle to use, but it isn't like breaking any amazing meta ground by any means. All right, now the next relay, I'm going to try out Taranza real quick. You can use the webs to help you turn for turns that aren't tight enough to warrant using the special boost mechanic on the Turbo Star. So here we're just trying our best here. Yeah, that was close, but yeah, the whole pack is right here, and I feel like I'm racing pretty good, yet somehow I'm in fifth right here. Yeah, just goes to show the caliber of the players in this paddock. So yeah, look at that. We did make one small little bounce mistake there, and it's just the gap widens even further. So simply incredible. Playing with the Discord riders in these paddocks is such a different experience than playing online, even in the ranked mode. But you know, everyone's right here. Even though we are technically fifth, we are keeping up somewhat. So I just cut ahead real quick there to cut down the relay, and you can make that jump. I didn't even know you could make it from there, but we made it pretty easily. We benefited from the Turbo Star boost over there, and the Hop Star is actually another vehicle that got buffed, so we could see what Maroon does with it if there's any special techniques. No, we're all just trying out the stuff. It's a pretty casual race here, even though the competition is fierce at the same time. We're just trying things out. So there we go. I'm rooting for you, Maroon. You're a very good racer. Here we go. But this is also a very strong room too. So he's just popping the ult real quick. Yeah, let's see how he takes this turn over here. Oh, very impressive. Very good. That was very fast. Hats off to you. I got to start implementing that line in my racing lines. That was pretty good. So he goes through here pretty quick. Also very impressive. That is a tricky section too. So let's see him make the jump here real quick. Yeah, easily. Yeah, Turbostar Hopstar can do that pretty easily. So I'd love to see it. Oh, look at that! He hops over the wall. I mean, it is the Hopstar, but fantastic. Look at that. There's a good reason to use this vehicle. Oh my goodness, that was some quick thinking. Maybe that was even intentional. Look at that. So he gets us the 4th place. You know, this is a very strong room, so I am very satisfied with that. Incredible. Love to see that Hopstar tech. That was amazing. Terrific. Yeah, all right. So we're going to do a relay here. Last one, going to show, let's see, Magolor on the Formula Star. Very interesting. Yeah, Formula Star is tricky. Of course, you can steal wins with it, especially if there's ending straightaways. But we've got Brymeses here. He is racing first for us, so it's almost time for the next rider. Here we go, and I'm trying double, triple L, low, and la. And I was finding I liked, I think, this the most of all the characters I tried. You know, I tried Magolor just because I think he's neat. His character is nice and fast. I do like the drifting mechanic. I feel like with some practice, I could do better with that. Now we got Moves here, who's using the classic Tyranza on the Turbostar. Turbo Ranza is pretty good. Probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest combination you can use with the Turbostar. Oh yeah, just a bit of bouncing there. It's a bit rough, but hey, look at that. I believe that was a 3rd place. So that is a pretty good result there. GG's everybody. That was a lot of fun. You know, of course we didn't like run away with first places like we do sometimes online, but it is fun to play with really strong racers. Yeah, look at that. Fun times. So is the Turbostar gonna be a meta vehicle? Probably not. Is it a lot of fun? Definitely yes.